Hello, my dear friends. Dr. Evelyn Blake here, offering you a warm smile and the wisdom I've gained from many years of guiding folks just like you toward feeling more self-assured, well-informed, and empowered when it comes to matters of love, intimacy, and overall health. Whether you're relaxing on a porch in a quiet Iowa town, strolling through a park in Atlanta, or enjoying a cup of coffee in your New York apartment, welcome. You've come to the perfect place. Today, we're going to delve into one of those beautifully human, yet often quietly considered questions that deserves to be addressed with honesty and compassion. It's a topic I've been hearing about more and more, particularly from men who truly care about their partner's well-being and are keen to understand what's genuinely safe during intimate moments. Let's say it together, openly and honestly. Is it safe to come into contact with vaginal fluid during intimacy? There, we've said it. Honest, brave, important. And my answer? Let's explore it together, step by step, so you can feel reassured, knowledgeable, and emotionally secure, because that's how we cultivate intimacy that lasts a lifetime. Before we get started, I'd be delighted to know where you're joining me from. Are you perhaps sitting on a porch in Charleston, stuck in traffic in Chicago, or snuggled up with a cozy blanket somewhere in Oregon? Please, feel free to type your city in the comments section. It fills me with such joy to know we're building a wise, connected community, one honest question at a time. Also, please don't forget to take a peek at the video description. I've included links to some trusted, doctor-approved men's wellness products to support you on your path. From gentle hygiene tools to supplements that can help boost your energy, everything I recommend has been carefully selected to help you show up fully healthy in body, heart, and mind. Now, let's dive right into the heart of the matter. What truly is vaginal fluid? So many of you have asked me, Dr. Blake, what exactly is vaginal fluid and is it something I should be concerned about? It's a wonderful question, and I'm so pleased you're asking, because intimacy begins with understanding, and understanding leads to confidence. Vaginal fluid is one of the most natural, essential, and beautiful substances that the body creates. It's not something that's dirty, mysterious, or taboo. It's a product of life itself, a combination of water, natural electrolytes, proteins, mucus from the cervical glands, and beneficial acids, all working together to create a balanced, protective environment within a woman's intimate area. It's like nature's gentle defense system and lubrication system, all rolled into one. Think of it as the oil in a finely tuned classic car engine. It keeps everything moving smoothly and safely. Vaginal fluid does the same thing. It protects against harmful bacteria, keeps the tissues moist and healthy, and enhances comfort during moments of closeness. And just as each person has their own unique natural scent and chemistry, vaginal fluid has a scent that is completely normal. In healthy women, it might be slightly tangy, earthy, or even neutral, similar to the scent of skin that's been warmed by the sun or yogurt with just a hint of lemon. It's never meant to smell like perfume or flowers. It's not artificial. It's real. But, and this is where we need to be thoughtful, that scent, texture, and volume can change depending on a woman's diet, hydration levels, stress levels, hormone fluctuations, and even her hygiene practices. Let's explore this in a little more detail. What factors influence the fluid's quality? A woman who nourishes her body with whole foods, like pineapple, leafy greens, berries, and plenty of water, will often find that her fluid has a mild and fresh scent. I remember a lovely couple from Santa Fe, both in their late 60s, who came to my clinic and made a beautiful discovery together. When she started incorporating more fruits and yogurt into her diet, not only did she feel better overall, but their intimate moments became even more enjoyable and relaxed. On the other hand, certain strong-smelling foods, such as garlic, onions, red meat, or even spicy shrimp, can subtly affect a woman's scent. It's not a bad thing, it's just part of being human. Just as our sweat can change after we've eaten a rich meal, so can the scent of intimate fluids. There's no need for judgment, just understanding. And hygiene plays a very important role as well. Not changing out of damp workout clothes, not cleaning gently after perspiring, or overwashing with harsh soaps can disrupt the natural balance of healthy bacteria. That's when you might notice an unusual or overly strong odor. In some cases, if there's a fishy, sour, or thick, yeasty smell, particularly if there's also irritation or unusual discharge, it could be a sign of a common infection, like bacterial vaginosis or a yeast infection. These are quite common and very treatable with a simple visit to the doctor. But again, let's be clear, vaginal fluid in a healthy woman is perfectly safe. And when we embrace that truth, we create space for intimacy that is honest, comfortable, and rooted in mutual respect. So, is it safe to be in contact with vaginal fluid? Now we come to the heart of the matter. Is vaginal fluid actually safe to come into contact with? For most healthy women, the answer is yes. And not just yes, but absolutely. In a well-balanced, infection-free body, vaginal fluid is nature's design, intended to support fertility, maintain a healthy pH balance, protect against harmful microbes, and provide natural lubrication for comfort and connection. It's not simply a neutral substance. It's biologically intelligent. When a woman is aroused, her body produces more vaginal fluid. This signals that her nervous system is in a relaxed, receptive state. Her body is communicating, I feel safe. I feel connected. This fluid helps to make intimate experiences smooth, enjoyable, and even emotionally bonding. For many couples, especially those in long-term relationships, this deepens feelings of trust and tenderness. Think of it this way. When two people cook a meal together, it's not just about the food. It's about presence, teamwork, and nourishment. Similarly, during intimacy, the presence of natural fluids is a sign that both people are showing up with openness and trust. But, and I must say this with care, there are certain medical and personal boundaries to be mindful of when safety might be compromised. While vaginal fluid is safe in a healthy individual, it can carry risks if there's an untreated infection or a sexually transmitted infection, or STI, present. Let's talk openly about this, because protecting your health and hers begins with awareness. Conditions like bacterial vaginosis or yeast infections can cause irritation, odor, and an imbalance in the vaginal flora. These are not typically dangerous for a male partner, but they can cause mild infections in the mouth or on the skin during oral contact. More serious concerns arise when STIs are involved, such as chlamydia, gonorrhea, HPV, or HIV. Contact with vaginal fluid from a partner with one of these infections can potentially lead to transmission, especially if there are small abrasions or open wounds in the mouth or genital area. Something as simple as brushing your teeth too aggressively before intimacy could create a microscopic tear, an open door for bacteria or viruses. Let me share a clinical example. I once counseled a gentleman in his early 70s who had recently started dating again after the loss of his wife. He was a caring man, deeply respectful. But during a routine checkup, we discovered that he had contracted oral gonorrhea after being intimate with a new partner who hadn't been tested in years. The situation was resolved with antibiotics, but it was a wake-up call for him. And he later told me, "Dr. Blake, I wish I had known this sooner." So, I say this with love and respect. If you're in a new relationship, if you're exploring intimacy after a long time, or if you're unsure of your partner's health history, please prioritize open dialogue and regular sexual health screenings. It's not about suspicion. It's about self-respect and mutual care, both the science and the sentiment. Now, let's talk specifically about oral intimacy, which often involves direct contact with vaginal fluid. When both partners are healthy, committed, and communicative, this form of intimacy can be deeply pleasurable, emotionally fulfilling, and completely safe. Many couples over 60 rediscover the joy of sensual connection through slower, more deliberate forms of touch, including oral pleasure. But here's the rule of thumb, my dears. Intimacy is never just physical. It's built on emotional safety, physical hygiene, and mutual transparency. If you're in a trusting, monogamous relationship where both of you are getting regular checkups, maintaining healthy habits, and feeling emotionally aligned, oral intimacy can be not only safe but incredibly bonding. However, if you're dating casually, exploring new partners, or haven't had a recent health screening, please consider using protection. Dental dams, while less common than condoms, offer a layer of safety that can reduce STI transmission during oral contact. You wouldn't drive a vintage car across the country without checking the tires and the engine, would you? The same applies here. Healthy intimacy is responsible intimacy. Now, my dear viewers, let's go deeper, not just into biology, but into trust and hygiene. Two of the most intimate layers of any relationship. You see, hygiene isn't just about soap and water. It's about respect. Respect for your own body, respect for your partner's body, and respect for the shared space between you. Let's break it down. Before intimacy, especially oral intimacy, both partners should be mindful of personal cleanliness. That includes gently washing the genital area with warm water, wearing fresh underwear, and avoiding scented soaps or harsh cleansers that could disrupt the body's natural balance. For women especially, overcleaning can lead to dryness or irritation, and ironically make things worse. And for the men, please don't neglect this either. Good hygiene isn't just courteous, it's essential. I've seen countless relationships rekindled simply because both partners felt more confident and respected in how they approached each other. But here's what matters even more than washing up: honest communication. So many couples, especially older couples, go years without talking about what feels good, what feels uncomfortable, or what they might be concerned about. They're afraid to hurt each other's feelings. But I always say, intimacy without communication is like dancing in the dark. You might be in rhythm, but you're missing each other's cues. If your partner's vaginal fluid ever smells particularly strong, fishy, or yeasty, it's not something to feel embarrassed or ashamed about. Instead, approach the topic gently. Darling, I've noticed something different lately. Are you feeling okay down there? A caring tone and a curious heart can turn what could be a difficult conversation into a beautiful moment of connection. And for the ladies watching, don't ignore these signs either. Your body speaks to you. A change in scent, discharge color, or itching can be your body's way of asking for attention. Most issues are easily treatable with a visit to your doctor or gynecologist. And for those re-entering the dating world, now I want to speak to my silver-haired sweethearts out there, the ones re-entering the dating world after years, maybe decades, of being with one partner. First of all, bravo. You're brave. You're beautiful. And yes, you still deserve joy, pleasure, and adventure. But you're also walking into a new world. A world where dating apps are the new matchmakers, and intimacy can happen faster than emotional connection. In this environment, you need to protect yourself emotionally and physically. Ask your partner, have you been tested recently? When was your last checkup? These are not awkward questions. They are empowered questions. Questions that tell your partner, I respect myself, I respect you, and I want our experience to be safe and joyful. Let me tell you a quick story. A woman in her 60s came into my office, a little nervous, her cheeks a little pink. She had met a lovely gentleman at her church, and they'd grown close, but before they became intimate, she said, Dr. Blake, I want to make sure we're both okay. I haven't done this in years. I applauded her. We ran some simple screenings, and both partners came out healthy and relieved. And you know what she told me later? I've never felt so respected and safe. That, my dear viewers, is what intimacy should feel like. So, now that we've explored the science, the safety, the hygiene, and the culture surrounding vaginal fluid, let me tell you something I've learned after over 40 years in medicine, thousands of patients, and hundreds of conversations behind closed doors. Confidence and intimacy don't come from perfection. They come from understanding your partner's body, understanding your own body, and understanding that being human means being a little messy, a little uncertain, and a whole lot curious. Vaginal fluid, when your partner is healthy, is not only natural but essential to good, safe, enjoyable intimacy. It's nature's way of supporting connection, a gift of biology that tells you, I'm ready, I'm here, I trust you. And gentlemen, when you receive that gift with respect, with clean hands, open communication, and a heart rooted in care, you are no longer just having sex. You are building trust. You are healing years of shame. You are reclaiming vitality, even at 60, 70, or beyond. Because I know that for many of you watching, you were raised in an era where we didn't talk about these things, where modesty was prized, and curiosity was shamed. And now you're here, bravely asking, is this normal? Is this safe? Is this okay? Let me tell you now, loud and clear, yes, it is okay to talk about these things. In fact, it is necessary. When you step into intimacy with knowledge and tenderness, your entire experience changes. You stop worrying. You stop holding back. You stop retreating into your mind and finally show up fully in your body. And for the women watching, your vaginal health is not shameful. It's sacred. Your fluids are not something to hide or be embarrassed by. They are signs of health, signs of balance, and yes, signs of desire. When you care for yourself, you give your partner permission to care for you, too. So, to my gentlemen, be gentle. To my ladies, be honest. And to all couples, be present. Let go of the fear. Let go of the myths. Let go of the silence. Because whether you're holding hands in Chicago, sharing breakfast in Atlanta, or rediscovering love in Lagos, your intimacy matters. It's never too late to feel good in your skin. Never too late to learn something new. And never too late to say, I deserve pleasure that feels safe, loving, and real. Before we close, I want to gently remind you to check the video description. I've handpicked a few men's health essentials that I recommend often in my clinic, from zinc and saw palmetto for prostate health to natural grooming kits that help you feel fresh and confident. These are small tools that can make a big difference. And don't forget, if this video helped you understand your partner, your body, or your relationship just a little better, do something kind for someone else. Hit the like button. Share your thoughts in the comments. Tell me where you're watching from. And please share this video with a friend, a partner, a son, or a brother. We don't talk enough about these things, but when we do, we heal. Thank you for spending this time with me. Stay well, stay curious. Bye, and I'll see you in the next video. And remember, your body is not broken. It's beautifully alive.